You guys, this is Leslie, and today we are going to do a book review on the book Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki. This book came out in 2017. I'm not sure at what point in 2017, and that was in English. And I read it, I think I read it in December of 2017. And it is probably one of the best minimalism books that I've read, or best as in fits me the most, maybe. It has so many little gems and nuggets that I couldn't possibly write down everything I wanted to say. So I'm just going to give you kind of an overview of what the book is about, but I highly, highly recommend it because it is so good. I'm in the middle of writing my own little booklet right now, and I can only hope that it is like a fraction of as good as this book is. So one of the first things he talks about in the book is what is a minimalist, and he is Japanese, and around the year 2010 he said a lot of things started happening in Japan that were sort of being talked about all at the same time that he thinks is leading to the rise of minimalism. And one of the concepts is downsize, which I have no idea if I'm saying right or not, but it's the concept of decluttering, discarding, and passing and parting with your possessions. So that became kind of a buzzword. Marie Kondo wrote her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and then there were just different things going on all at the same time that he thinks is leading to the rise of minimalism. But he talks a lot about sort of the history of minimalism in Japan and different things around minimalism, around Japanese minimalism, which I find really interesting. He goes on to talk about why we accumulate different things, about our habits and desires, about the meaning behind the objects that we collect. He also talks about how we get bored with our things and how we get sort of information overload in this super fast society. And so some of those things, getting bored with our things, lends to us buying more and more things. We're thinking we need more and more things. He gives 55 tips on how to say goodbye to your things. Some simple, practical steps that you can take to start letting your things go. Some of them are mindset shifts. Some of them are practical steps that you can take right now. But they're all really good and really helpful. He talks about how technology is lending to us being able to become minimalist more because we don't need to own as many physical objects as we had before. People used to have encyclopedias in their house. We used to have shelves and shelves of cassette tapes or CDs or VHS tapes or DVDs, and now you can just stream movies right from one little device. You don't need to have books anymore. You can just download books onto a device. So all you need are these tiny little devices to have stuff that used to take up tons of space in our house. And then he gives a whole section where he talks about how his life has changed, how he has more time, more money, more freedom, more happiness. He spends less time comparing himself to others. He has more gratitude. He experiences deeper relationships and feels like he's caring more for the earth. Fumio Sasaki was just a regular guy that had way too much stuff and was unhappy. And in order to try to find more happiness in his life, he started to let go of his things. And the more he let go of his things, the more happy he became. He's a pretty extreme example of minimalism now. He owns almost nothing. He gives a bunch of pictures in the beginning of the book about that show his apartment and the things that he does own and the way that it used to look. And he gives some other examples of other minimalists as well. It's pretty impressive. I think the book is phenomenal. I agree with so many of the ideas that he talks about, and I love the concepts that he talks about. Now, when I read this book, we had already done our big downsize. I wish that this had existed before we did it. It would have been a nice, helpful thing. But we were already living in our 300 square foot RV at the time that I read this book, but it was still helpful to read. He puts it so simply and logically, and it really will make you want to think about the things that you own and reconsider what you have and what you really want in your life. So I highly suggest this book, Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki. Definitely give it a read and let me know what you think about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more. I'm going to be doing more of these book reviews because I'm reading a lot more right now, and I love books and I love to share really great books. So, that is that.